Now here we are trying to rebuild the starter. I got to put it in the lathe and turn down and shoot up shaft. So this ring here has a retaining ring inside of it, and you can see where it's staked in 1, 2, 3, 4 places around. So the only way I could figure, if my manual unfortunately was in a fire, but I think this has to tap off this way. And son of a bitch, look at that. That worked. So now we can get the split ring off and pull the whole pinion off. Beautiful. Okay, we're gonna dig through the pinchy cutty squeezy drawer. See what maybe will work for that. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna get in there. This one's crap. This one's not so much crap. These little jaws are crap. I don't think I've ever had a good split ring plier. They all suck. Oh Jesus, look at the teeth on that. Although this little one, this one's pretty good. Of course, this is a tightening one. It's not what we need. This one I've already adjusted. Obviously needs more adjusting, but maybe. What's this one here? What the hell? Oh, that's a putting together one. And this here. Now this might work. That looks pretty good. What do you think? We'll give that one a shot. Yeah, okay, so let's let the suffering begin, because these never cooperate. If we can maybe get it far enough to walk. Looks like it's going. It's getting close. Getting close to going. A little bit of persuasion. I got nothing really to clamp this and hold it. Ah, if I only could grow another hand. Or a foot. It would be bad to have a foot, would it? Yeah, you would. Impress your friends, but the ladies wouldn't want you. Jesus Christ. Okay, here we go. Third time's a charm, right? What do you say, guys? Maybe with a pick. I'm gonna probably break my pick, but fucking picks are made for breaking, I think. Okay. Red eye. All fingers crossed. Here goes. Ah, you bastard. Almost. One size wants to walk. That looks like it's going. That looks like it was going. Ah, if I could freaking hold this thing, right? Come on, guys. Come on, guys. Cheer. Come on. Oh. There. Ah, damn it. I had it. Snap back. Okay. I know you can't see right now, but there it is. Look at that. Let's walk it around. Slow and steady wins the race. Where the hell's the freaking roof? It's like, oh, I got you. Okay. So there we go. See it there? Getting there. Almost. Almost. Come on. Almost. Ah, and again, we emerge victorious. There it is. Yeah, it gets in the stack over there, and now this pinion will slide right off of here. Yeah, maybe. It's a little bit scuffed. So I got to unscuff it, and then we'll do it. Hey guys. Okay, now today, always keeping it stirred. The plan is the rear bearing, commutator rim bearing on this starter is just it's an oil light, and it was chewed up. And it had chewed up the shaft a little bit. So I had it turned down only because my lathe doesn't fit it. I need to get a bigger lathe. You got us a nice finish here. And what we're gonna do, I got a piece of Teflon rod. And we're gonna bring out a Teflon because there's no load here to speak of. So let's see what kind of a shaft size we have here now that it's been reground. That seems pretty nice right there. Like it. We have 4. Where the hell do we line up here? 400? 400, okay. So that's good. We check that with this. God damn it. Zero it. Make sure we're zeroed. 0. 12.91. Let's go to inches. I'm not reading the same damn thing there. Okay. 4.47. Good enough. It's not that kind of life and death precision here. So what we're going to do is we're going to, before we take this apart, again, because obviously the armature's out of it, we're going to try to true this up here. Fuck did I put that? Okay, I got the piece of Teflon chucked up in here and set up, and what we have right now is about 1.5 thou, which is not bad at all. So we can proceed. We'll face it off, which with this little thing is always a bit of a job, but Unimat lathe. My grandpa left me. Miss my grandpa. Good man, good man. All right, so first we'll face it off and see what we're gonna use for that. And I guess I'll pause this because there's no sense in everybody waiting. Okay, well, this is what I've come up with. I don't know if that's the right tool or not. I know nothing about this. This is, you know, figure it out as I go. But, hey, if you guys tell me something better, by all means, let me know in the comments. I appreciate it. See what she says. I would say it face it off. Are we flat? Look at that. I'd say we're flat. Damn. Okay, better result than I had actually hoped for. Now, as far as a center, I don't have one that fits that chuck. And I doubt very much these flutes are gonna line up in this. But hey, let's see. You never know. You never know. Yeah, kind of doubt it. Square peg, round hole kind of thing? Yeah, it's not going to work. Okay, so how the hell are we going to center drill this? Can't really, can we? I think we use a regular drill bit or a countersink. Stand by. It's the greatest thing in the world.
You got everything.
Give this a shot.
You got everything.
Let's see if the unit bit works in the center. Obviously not the sharpest unit bit, is it?
It's going.
Yeah, it's like forcing it through, but whatever. Ah, it's pulling. Damn it.
It's going?
Now I pulled it out of the 3-jaw, which means I lost my centering.
Center.
Now I got to put the dial indicator back on it and go through all that again. Not a happy day in Stalingrad. Not a very good time in Stalingrad. Yeah, you see, take this, get this out of the way, get this out of the way, get this out of the way, and you put this back on here.
Oh, and that goes in there? Oh.
Yeah, it rides on there,
Oh.
and you'll be able to see if it's centered or not, which right now, I'm sure it's not again. No way in hell. Son of a bitch. I don't think it's even all the way in the chuck.
But isn't this supposed to be in 0?
It gets zeroed once you put it in place. you set it on a piece, get a work surface, and then you zero it, and then you take your reading from there. Like here, see here? So we'll pick it up, set it on there, and make sure we have play in both directions. And now you zero it. You zero there. Get this here. There's a zero, and then you slowly turn it. See, I had 1.5 thousandths. Now I have 15 thousandths, which is completely out. So you go to your high spot, which is 15, and then give it a little tappy tap, and check it again. And you keep going until you try to get that to zero, or as close to zero as you can get.
Oh.
See, it came down. It's now at, what do we got here now? Get on there. Oh, come on. Settle out there. There. 6 thousandths. So we're close, but not as anywhere close as we were. So here's the high spot. So we take this, tap this down again here. That was probably too much.
Aren't you hot?
I am hot. That fan is too noisy because I'm recording.
Oh.
So 7 thousandths. Right. Come on. There's a high spot. Try to sneak up on it again. And with any luck, that hole will be in the correct place. Otherwise, I'll have to surface it off again. See, I'm still way out. 5 thousandths, 6 thousandths. Getting better though, you notice? I had to say it out loud. Getting better now. Where's it going?
Is it going down?
Yeah, eventually it will. You have to, it's that precise tap. If you don't tap it hard enough, it doesn't move. Mm-hmm. If you tap it just a shade too hard, it moves too much. So it's, you know, look at that, see there? Mm-hmm. So now we have, that's close enough for me. This is 2 thousandths, we're closer than that. We're at 2 thousandths. We may be able to get another thousandth out of it. Make sure I'm in the high spot, I keep forgetting that, there we go. Wipe that down. Okay, that didn't work. The center is not in the center, so we're going to face it again. Yeah, I'm not going to check it. That's close enough for me. Right there. Hopefully the dead center will sit on that. Isn't it? Deeper in that center than I thought. I want to get that completely cleared out and have a nice clean face again. I cut the stock plenty long that I don't have to worry about it. We'll get there. If any of you are going to tell me it's the wrong tool for this, you may be right. It seems to be working just fine. Man, did I go deep on that evidently. It's amazing when you take a cut like that, it actually cuts the disc out. Pretty impressive. Such a neat material, Teflon. Yeah, I know all kinds of environmental hazards and things that we hadn't counted on. But it still is a real lifesaver material for many, many uses. Okay, I got this tiny little end mill. We'll give that a shot, see if that'll center us. We stick a dead center in there. Yeah, it looks more centery than the other one did, doesn't it? Okay, I'm happy with that. We'll take the chuck back off, switch it back to a dead center. Put the little mill back in its case. What was this? I don't know if I can read it. Here it is. 3 by 6, 3 millimeter. Okay, off comes the chuck. In goes the dead center. And then we'll have to take our starter apart and measure what our outside diameter for this bush is supposed to be. I don't even know we're lined up on this bed, but probably should have checked that first. Anyway, let's see here. Yeah, we should be all right. Okay, take a break. God damn it, son of a fuck. Motherfucker. Asshat chuck, son of a bitch. I don't have another chuck with this thread, I don't believe. Well, sometimes you just can't win. I can't get a dead center. I don't have a live center. I don't have anything that's going to work there. We got here 16.34, 16.4. A 16.4. So we'll go to 16.6. I will try to cut it without a dead center and see what happens. Think it's gonna work?
It could be. I mean, you know so much that
I know squat.
I'm not. I would not be surprised if you achieve it.
I would be most pleased, but I would still be surprised. But yes, I would be quite happy. Just a little bit closer.
It's so
For me?
hot. It's so hot that.
Yeah. But she kept laying down around here. Every time I'd go, I'd be like stepping on her. Finally, she said, "No, I'm gonna go upstairs." Apparently, nobody steps on me. Okay, here we go. Survey says, cross your fingers, hold your nose, toes, and let's see what happens here. Well, it's certainly soft enough that it'll cut easy. Right? Might be okay without a center. As long as I take light passes, I think we're going to be okay. I'll take one more pass and see kind of finish spaghetti. Well, damn, the finish is looking really nice. This stuff just, it doesn't really just separate itself. Just pushes itself over. Look at that. Interesting material, isn't it? But hey, whatever works. 16.6 we said we want, and we're sure we're far from that yet. 18, we gotta take a couple more millimeters off. Okay. Let's see your cut there. See what happens. That ring is kind of a pain because I can't see my material. Yeah, I should probably cut. I want to cut in the other direction. That probably makes more sense, right? Give that a shot. Okay. See how we got? I really can't complain. If y'all want to complain, you can knock yourselves out, but I'm happy. That is like dead perfect finish. Let me tell you, it's just absolutely smooth. Let me see here how far back I can go because I lost that mark. How deep do it have to be? Shit, forgot that. Let's see this again. 0, 0, 0. Oh, come on. There. No, it ain't right. There it is. 17. Yeah, we're looking at it. Okay. 17. Alrighty. Yeah, so we'll take our cuts from here and go back the other direction. I'm guessing that's going to take that material and just run it off the end. Do I have to change the tilt on that? Probably should, right? Change the angle here just to be it. So it's cutting on that leading edge. How's that look? That looks good, right? What do you say, ladies and gentlemen? We shall see right now.
I gave Rosie a can of sausage.
What's that?
Yeah, I gave Rosie.
Oh, really? Ah.
So she had her treat for today.
Yeah, she must love you. Yeah, I know it's a party, but honey, just fine. They say when you don't have a dog, you hunt with a cat. Actually, when you don't have a dog, you hunt like a cat. Which means you hunt alone. That seems to be working. Well, he just rolls it over like a foreskin. And that's special. Okay. Let's take a measurement. We wanted what? 16.6? We are at. Are you kidding? I want too fucking small already. Son of a bitch. You gotta be shitting me. Motherfucker. My apologies, weren't recording. Use this plunge, and every time I pull it back with it running, it was wanting to pull it out of the 3-jaw. So found out that I could stop it, and then this would pull out just fine. However, you can see that the hole is not even close to the size of the bit. But that's all right, we'll figure something out. Okay, believe it or not, yeah, this is the crazy ass shit I'm gonna try now. This boring bar is definitely not made for this size. And it is just so close in there that even if it's just ridiculously off, and I really don't know how to measure it. I mean, where the fuck do I measure it from? Feel free, guys, to give me pointers or whatnot, but I'm gonna try this. Because, you keep going on a part until you get it done or you screw it up. And as long as there's steps to go, there's still places where you can screw it up. So, let's give this a ridiculous shot. And y'all can laugh later if necessary. Okay. Well, we're certainly making a hole, but I think we're hitting the back side of it, which means I got to come back a little bit because I'm cutting, evidently, too far aft. Well, now we're in the hole. And I'm not going to force it because these chips do tend to seem to clog and bind. Oh, little by little. And this works, I swear, I'm going to be amazed. Certainly not the way I had planned to do this. I really want to get a lathe so badly. I did get a spot welder. It should be arriving tomorrow. I just can't wait. It is an older Lincoln, I believe. But like an actual, not Harbor Freight spot welder. I probably would brush to clear those chips in there. We're definitely boring, to be honest, the first time I ever tried boring. I've been boring, and I've been with people who are boring, but not boring anymore. I just really love life. I've gotten to a place where I can just enjoy and do stuff, and it never gets old. I can't see us ever getting old, being able to do all kinds of different things. Yeah, don't stick your hand on the belt. Things rattling all over the place here. Because this bench got, well, it used to be nice and flat, but it got pretty well warped from the fire. which was burning directly into this bench. Amazing is epoxy held out really well. Epoxy primer I have on here. I don't remember what brand it is, an orange can. Man, that is some impressive primer. I mean, this bench, this was on fire under here. Here you see where it actually cooked the oil off and everything. And still the epoxy for the most part is intact. Things on top of the bench melted. It's funny, it seems you hit the Teflon and it like squeezes a little bit and complains, and then finally it just lets go all at once and cuts. Now I'm getting afraid to stick my fingers in there. Ah, there we go. If you want to come out of the truck, bastards. I do not want to come out. Toasty warm. We're doing something. Let's take a measurement how deep we need. How deep do we need? What do we say? 17 millimeters? It's okay, Roxy. Come on, girl. Roxy. That's a good girl. That's my girl. Where's my princess? Hey, baby. There's my sweet girl. You're such a good girl. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Found that dog Thanksgiving. Abandoned. Greatest freaking dog ever. Let me tell you. Amazing dog. She's such a good dog. Sweeter than hell. Protects everything. Guards. Plays with little squeaky toys. Roxy, where's your squeaky? She's squeaky girl. Here's your girl. Here's your girl. She found a baseball. Went swimming in the lake, found a baseball. Came out carrying a baseball. It lasted about a week before she ripped the cover off of that. She still plays with it. What a great dog. Anyway, back to actual work and business here. Hey, I think we're deep enough. Yeah, see pulling out of the 3-jaw? I do not wish to have happen. I know our concentricity is probably shit by now, but let's get this out of the way. But, God, I wish I could find my telescoping gauges. Oh, how the hell? How do you lose your whole set of telescoping gauges? But I did move all kind of junk around after the fire. Yeah, it's an excuse because that's not why I misplaced them. But hey, it sounds good, right? What do we have here? 11.12, 12.30. That's too goddamn big, isn't it? Yeah, it's too damn big. Oh well. See, I tell you, there's always one more step to screw it up. Let's pop it out of here. I could have parted it first, but what the hell. I put it back in there, and oh, look at the bite that it takes into it. Interesting. Interesting stuff. I wonder if I just squeeze it back in here. Probably not. Here we go. Give it a little chamfer, and we'll part it off. I thought the boring bar was a good idea. If I had a smaller boring bar, I would have probably been successful. Certainly was cutting nicely, wasn't it? Yeah, so what I said, as long as there's a step to go, there's a step where you can screw it up. But you know what? I used to get stressed and set over the kind of stuff. It's like, who cares, man? Things happen. Happen to everybody. It's all one sweet learning experience. Hell, you could be in a box in the ground. What are you doing then? Somebody else servicing the wife. And you're just pushing up daisies. Enjoy every minute you got. Every damn minute. Alright, let's see what we got here. First a chamfer. That should be good enough for a chamfer. We don't need perfect precision here, does we? Let me free this back up. Jesus. Okay, there you go. There you go. Back to cooperate. God, I want to lay so bad. I mean, like a real one. Not this isn't a real lathe, but you know what I mean. Let's just give it a real simple chamfer like that. I don't know how well it's going to work. I have a feeling I'm not in the right spot here. And not the right angle exactly either, but there we go. Let's see what we got. Look at that. Oh man, I don't even need a motor for that. Okay, so we got a chamfer. How about an inside chamfer? Give a little bit of inside chamfer. Come on. Let's think here. Not the right bit, is it? I don't know if that's going to work, but we'll see. I call that chamfered. Alright, let's go back to parting. And son of a bitch, if I didn't measure that 3 times, I forgot again. The hell was it? 17? Son of a bitch. 10. 16, close enough. 16 there. Work on that. We'll part it right there. Stuff is soft enough that we can just shave it with a razor if we need. Son of a... Alright. Hold that right there. Close enough. That's parted off. And see what she says. I know it's too big on that shaft, but here's what it is. And there she is. Not a bad looking bushing. You know, when she squeezes in there, she may actually end up being okay on that shaft. Let's see how much play we have on that shaft. Yeah, she might end up all right. You never know, do ya? You never know. Where's that chamfer I put on this side? Yeah, I should have chamfered a little more to get pressed in there, shouldn't I? Yeah. Let's see. So we got this measurement now. Here we got, let's say 12.6, because there's a lip in there that we don't want to go past and press against it. We just want to touch it. So 12 point, let's say 12 point, check it again, 12.5 millimeters. I'd say it's pretty precise. So we're going to do, mark 12.5 millimeters here. Go back to 12.5. Oh, come on. Okay, 12.49. And the way we'll mark this is our chamfer that we want to press in. So we'll mark this by putting us a, you could do this with a layout die or anything like that, but Sharpie's handy. And hopefully I'll be able to scratch just a mark in it to where I'll be able to see how deep I got to go. Do that with a divider, but since it's a soft material, it's not going to damage our caliper. So I'm just going to go ahead and try to mark it with the caliper here. Look at that. so we know precisely how deep we have to seat this bushing up to that white line. All right, so let's go back to the press. Oh God, it's heavy. And yeah, that'll be just fine like that. Get right here. There we are. And there. So let's see. We'll just crank it down. You know, I bought this press maybe half a year ago. I always wanted one, never had one. Sometimes you get a tool that you've like always wanted, and you think, well, I'll occasionally use it for this or that. And then at the end of the day, I have ended up using this for so many different things. It's just absolutely amazing. Let's see if we're square here. Should be all nice and square, right? Can't even tell what the hell we're looking at here. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Give me a close look here. Up to our line. And I'd say that's our line right there. Good. I wonder what size hole we have now, because I'm pretty sure pressing that in there. Roxy, you're gonna have to move a little, girl. There you go, sweetie. Thank you. Come on, Rox. Go to your room. Go to your room, Rox. Good girl. Go to your room. Roxy, go to your room. Go on. Good girl. Alrighty. Let's see how it fits now. You know what? I think we're good. I think we are good. Look at that. I got, that is a nice fit. I'll be damned. You think you screwed up and it ends up working out. Let's see. We'll find out soon enough. But, looking happy for me right now. Where's all the stacks of bushings and all the crap that need to go in there? There's a bunch of stuff that goes on that shaft. Is it in here? No, those are bushings that don't fit this. And those are other bushings that don't fit this. And these are old brushes. Maybe have the shiny. Oh, here we go. Here we go. This is the. Yeah, that's it. That's our thrust end, I believe. And how's this go? No, this is that end. And this is the old bushing. This is the old bearing that I pressed out. Okay. So this goes. Fuck does this go? I'm guessing it goes. No, it's got to go in there too. Son of a bitch. I guess it's time to pull out the manual, isn't it? Yeah, pretty sure. But we know that this goes back there. Oh, this goes on the inside, that goes on the outside. Ekasakari. Ekasakari, ekasakari, ekasakari. That's how it goes. So it stacks on here. I still got to clean this commutator. Let me put this stuff back away. Get out of the way. Got to clean this commutator because he cut it, but he didn't undercut the separators. So he can do that hypothetically with. Thought I did. Here. Yeah, this should work. A little dental pick. You just need to make sure we don't have copper in here. That one's clean. That one looks good. That one's nice. Good. 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 I didn't ask him to cut the commutator. He did that just as a courtesy. And this kind of motor, starter motors, they're wound, and it's really. I mean, they have growlers and stuff like that you can check them, but it's really hard just with an ohm meter to check if you have a short between any of these commutator sections, because the resistance is really just so low. that any little bit of dirt or anything on there is gonna give you a rise in reading. Careful there, Chrissy. At any rate, they're looking pretty clean. Looking pretty clean. Looking pretty clean. Looking pretty clean. And I'll just run a Scotch-Brite or something real quick in case I've lifted any burrs by just running across this with a dental pick. There's actually a tool, but instead of the tool you could take a hacksaw blade, a wavy set hacksaw blade, and knock it flat, heat it up, knock it towards flat, and then just grind it on a belt sander or whatever until you get the correct thickness for whatever your slots are. But again, it's overkill for what this is right here. This is looking pretty good. I shove a piece of Scotch right here. Sure enough, just to give it a final deburring, just in case. A little burr of copper. Even though copper is pretty soft, carbon brushes are softer. Very nice, looking good. So these go here. This sits in there. Exactly. That's how it was. So this has to have some grease on it because this is like a bearing surface. And my little cheap way of doing these things, I just cut these tie wraps here, pull this little piece out, and I still have a usable piece of tie wrap. I don't know how much I'm really saving there, but yeah, it makes me feel better. Save the planet and all. All right, see this here is a friction surface, the thrust washer. It rides against the surface in there. So I need to have grease here, but you obviously don't want to exaggerate on it. And what kind of grease should we use? Let's think about that for a second. Okay, after a moment of thought, I decided to use Royco 27 because of all the greases. This is a pretty stiff, it's a high pressure grease and it's a stay in place kind of grease. It's the kind of grease you really can't get through a grease gun, usually. So we'll lubricate our sliding surfaces here, this one. See it's all shiny? Lubricate that and our washer. Okay, I'm going to grease the one side because I want it sliding just on the one side instead of sliding in the case on the starter. All right, that's there. That doesn't belong anywhere. Okay, so far so good. We're ready to insert this puppy. The brushes are clipped back. Let's see here. There is the shaft coming. Here we go. Here we go. Come on, get in there. Okay, see, you see the springiness now. See it? There's that springiness. Now, yeah, I could have cut that down a little more. But you know what? I'm not overly concerned because I could pretty sure I could just trim that with a knife. Yeah, look at that. Like butter. Like butter. Yeah, guys. Yeah. I was gonna do this out of oil light. And I said to myself, why? Why go to all that trouble to make it out of Teflon? Because on this end of this motor, if you look at it, get that little bit off of there. There you go. Look at that, beautiful. Because all the load, it's on this end of the motor. This is where the gear is that drives the right here, that drives the ring gear on the flywheel. So this is where all the load is. Just really no load here to speak of, or very minimal. I'm pretty sure we're going to be just fine. So we get these here, and these I'm guessing do a little bit of slippy sliding there. Oh shit, get back here. I told you to leave. There. This goes here. Yeah, see, it's still got enough Teflon there. And this, where the hell does this go? Okay, that's got to go there. Exactly. It goes behind there. And this goes, it goes around the shaft, this goes on the shaft. Let's set this up. because that is the diameter of the shaft, although our shaft has been slightly cut down. But we have this spacer right here, which keeps it from turning, and our washer. And maybe I should put a drop of Loctite on that. I think I'll put a drop of Loctite on that. What do you guys think? Yeah. Uno momento. Okay, we got the Loctite. I'm using 222, which is a lower strength, because we don't need some crazy strength. What we do need is clean threads, because we're sticking Loctite on a greasy shit. Really doesn't make a whole lot of sense. So always clean your threads before you use your Loctite, or you're kind of defeating the purpose. Okay, stack our washer stack again. These apparently slide on each other also. Okay. Here we go. And here we go. Oh. Come on, dude, there you are there. Come on, Loctite. Here you go. Drop there on the threads. There you go. Drop here. Yeah, I was trying to avoid that, but whatever. There we are. I always keep Loctite and all that kind of stuff in the fridge. Basically, it lasts forever that way. Any y'all that are concerned about expiration dates? Yeah, about that. Let's see. Clearly not centered. Okay, I can feel the slot. And the nice thing about this rotor is it has a center in it on both ends. So chucking it up is just a joy. If you have a lathe big enough to chuck it up, which I don't. But my machinist buddy did. I want to get a better look at this. Oh, Loctite's already trying to hold. Okay. You are here. You are here. Yeah, that's exactly right. That is exactly right. There's no more mystery to it than that. Be our guest. Be our guest. Put our service to the test. Alrighty, and I should probably get an impact. Let's do that. I'll be right. Alrighty, that didn't take long. Snug that down. Let's see, that's good right there. No harm in one more drop of Loctite here. As we did on and offer. She offered her honor, he honored her offer. All night long it was honor and offer. Lovely. Look at that. That is just beautiful, man. That has zero play that I can. That is just beautiful. Look at that. So we could pop these brushes back into place. Get this out of the way. Snap this back in here. Keep done with that for now. Okay. Beautiful. Ladies and gentlemen, we are making progress. So we have to put our Bendix assembly back on, which is a trick in and of itself, because there is a ring that is a monumental pain in the ass. I mean, you knock it off, but knocking it on is a whole other experience. Oh, come on. I gotta take the solenoid off. Okay. No big deal. What is this, 11? 10? Here. Ain't nobody got time for that. 10. Here's a 10. 10. These and these. Okay, like that. And now we can move that arm out of the way. Get our Bendix out. Come on. And note that this thing goes this way. Let me not be stupid here, because it is really easy to get something backwards when you're not paying attention. All right, I'm gonna clean a little bit of this grease out of here, and we're gonna put fresh grease, but on the parts that need the grease, not just slather grease. You know, they say a drop in the right place is better than 3 alongside, or a dab will do ya. Or, yeah, you know what I mean. Okay, there we go. Nice, very nice. Looking good, looking good. Clean this a little bit here. This is the firewall, the flywheel side. Good. So, this here, this is going to go this way. I want to make sure, because this is where this Bosch goes to the right. And I don't want to get that confused and screwed up and backwards. So I'm going to get this cleaned up a little bit here. This is the actual mechanism that slides on that helix on the shaft. So when the shaft spins, yes, that's a mechanical thing, but the shaft also, so where when it starts, it kicks it back and gets it out of the mesh with the starter. And I'm guessing we could use that same grease, right? I guess I used yeah, we're using Royco for this also. It should be good on there. Get this cleaned up. That shaft's ready, nice and clean. This looks clean. Go back get our grease. Royco it is. And I had a little acid brush here. This one? Nasty looking acid brush, but whatever. Let's open the other end of that. So we can actually, yeah, reach some of this grease here. Very good set. Here we go. There. That looks good. And obviously we need grease on those, on that helical assembly here. Very nice. Looking good. You know what? I'm gonna get the other Uno Momento so I can steer this up easily. See again, even if it's not the press itself in and of itself, just the plates come in so extraordinarily handy for other things too. Look at that. How else would you stand it up? Because it's got these little stubs down here. It is just beautiful. It's like it's made for it. Okay, got that greased. Getting this greased. How are we looking? Grease all along where it belongs. I want you back where you belong. I have in the car for months now this really shitty starter I got. Super cheap. It was literally like 40 bucks from Rock Auto. But the starter solenoid, which is part of the starter on these, is crap. So 80% of the time you turn the key and all you get is a click. So it's turn, click, turn, click, turn, click, turn, click, turn, click, turn, and finally it'll crank and you're like, oh, okay. That has never let me down, but it is a monumental pain in the ass. The first 2 times it happened, I thought the starter had failed. Yeah. I mean, you try it a few times, you get nothing, so you just gotta start taking things apart, checking things, and lo and behold, then it works. Okay, this here, I don't know how the hell I'm gonna get, this is a bearing, I guess. I don't know how to get grease in there. And I don't want to take too big of a shot with it, because, yeah, no, I'm not gonna screw with it. So this goes on there, this goes in afterward, after that starter is together, because you can't remove that once this is there. So we've got that lubricated, got this lubricated, so this has to go in here. We need to grease these pieces. Obviously this pivot here needs grease, because this is where the, where's that little pivot bolt? This is the little pivot bolt covered in Teflon now, but that Teflon isn't gonna help to lubricate that, obviously. So it pivots right on this, which goes in here and the nut back there, right? So this has to be obviously lubricated because it pivots there. And let's get that worked in there properly. Yeah, everybody loves getting their fingers full of grease, right? Not. Okay, so like we said, Bosch goes to the right, to the right. This is a pivot point also. This has to get some grease. This sits in the pin of the solenoid itself. And yeah, it's too fat, but we can get some in there with this. Okay. I mean, really, there's so little movement on these parts, but still, when you do it right. That's what I always say. Put this out of the way, because we can't put it together if that's there. So now, we get to put this here. And let me see if I remember how this goes. So this goes, oh, I didn't grease these. I need to grease this channel. This goes between these. Not bad. So we do want some grease in here. And this here, there. And on these fingers. These fingers here. There's one. There's one. Okay, greased. Lovely, lovely. This is going to go, because this goes on the outside. See, this doesn't fit through this hole. It has to go in here. And then into here. This is where it sits, in this groove right there. You see there? And once it's in that groove, now we can put this pin, I believe, back in. I don't think it's going to bother us with anything. If not, worst case, we take it back out. But yeah, I think we have to take it back out. We put the solenoid on. But for now, it'll keep things somewhat aligned. There and there, see there? So this is the mechanism right here that works that. Okay, and we got grease in here. Where did I put the acid brush? There it is. Let's get grease in on that. What the hell is that? You end up with a washer in your grease. Go figure. Look at this. Where the hell did that come from? Okay, here. This has to be thoroughly lubricated. The shaft already is looking good. Now, we have to look, because our solenoid has to line up with where our power goes. This goes here, right? And these ears are going to line up with, man, what the hell have I got wrong here? Something's fucking wrong here. Don't Sam Hill if I got wrong here. Oh, I got nothing wrong there. Just hadn't seated itself. Lovely, looking good. Okay, so we can put our little clamp bent bolts back in. And a quick wipe down. One and the two. they go into the housing here. Back up a little bit. There's one, and the other one goes here. There's two. Oh, baby, get in there. You take it. There you go. See, I knew she could take it. All right. Washer and nut. Washer and nut. These I think are 12. I think they're 11. Yeah, no, they're 11. Okay. Oh, duh. Yeah, I just used the impact on them, didn't I? Okay. We're looking very nice so far. Well, come on here. Don't know if this is going to be the solution, but figure it's worth a shot, right? Give us some preload. And let me see. If I can wire these together, what can I use? What if a tie wrap would be balls in here? Maybe a tie wrap here. 8 inches long enough? Yeah, 8 inches is definitely long enough. It's like perfection. All smiles, no complaints. What the fuck, hell? Now that I've never seen in my life. Tie wrap just split? You guys saw that? Never in my life seen a tie wrap just split. Let's see if this one does the same thing. If it does, then it's probably because they were near the fire on the bench. Although I can't see how that could really cook them that badly, because the plastic bag they're in isn't trashed. But hey, stranger things have happened. Either that or I'm working in liquid nitrogen, which I assure you I'm not, because it is hotter than hell. There, that should hold her. Okay, now where's that? Where's that 13? Get a little bit of a load on this. Take a load off, set a spell. Alright, let's see if we can find in our magic punch and chisel box here. That should work. Yeah, too skinny. Yeah, it seems to be going in, right? Is it going in? Certainly looks like it. Snug her a bit more. She had a in there. There, look at that. That's in there. Let's crank her up a little bit more. Let's see if she seats. Look at that. Lovely. Absolutely lovely. She is seated. And, come on, look at that. That's not going anywhere. Okay. Thought I was losing my mind here. There. And this comes out to here. And I guess we should have a little. You ever have too many tools in one little toolbox? I mean, I guess it's a good problem to have, right? Better than having a toolbox and not enough tools. All right, I think we're looking good. Snug these. These aren't 10s. That's the 10 over there. Where is that? Ouch. 11 here. Is it 11? Yes, it is. One and two. There. Now we got to pull that pin again, get that solenoid into place. Can't forget to put the brushes in, but we are looking very nice indeed. If you look here, look at that smooth turning there. Now really, this kind of motor, you can't turn it without it being supported, because this here sits inside of, this is the other end bearing here. So if the play you see here, that is completely normal. And if you run it like this, you're just slamming it up against the armature, up against the field windings, which of course is not clever. I still can't understand this washer showing up in the grease cartridge. Okay, now this still got the old cloth braid shield on it. This is our solenoid. It is working magnificently. Let's clean this up and put some fresh grease on it. And here, stack of paper towels. And yeah, it could be the same grease. Why not? Even though I already put it away, we'll go get it again. Not like you, Chris, putting things away right away. Yeah, well, you gotta impress the people. Oh, come on, there you go. Here we go. A bit of grease. Here, this is the plunger. It slides up into its body. And this, I don't know if you guys know, it's just an electromagnet. It's just a coil and a steel core, and when it energizes, it slams this thing in like this. And that's what sometimes, even on other cars, if you see like a battery's weak or a starter's dying or dead, and you turn that key and you get that click, that's this unit making that click. But not either energizing the starter, or starter is shot and gets power but doesn't turn. Step by step, that's all it is. We got that cleaned up. We already greased that fork. We're good there. This out of the way. Goes back in the fridge a minute. Grease gets a cap on it so we don't get sand and dirt in it. This is okay. This here, we have to look which is which. This one here gets the battery terminal. This one goes to this. So we have to make sure we go in this way. So to do that, we have to take this out again, I believe. Push that pin back so we can get that arm hooked onto the hoozy doozy. Make sure it's lined up. If it's not lined up, then you'll play hug getting it hooked in there. There it goes, and I missed. This one is a little bit of a challenge. But you'll know when you've hooked it, because you'll be able to pull that Bendix out. Yeah, let's pull that Bendix out now and see if we get a little more room there. There. I believe we're in. Let us, come on, pokey stickies. There, get that thing lined up, and, look over there. Yeah, see, we're hooked. So here, now with that there, now we get a little hurdy-gurdy there. Line that up, pop that thing back in. There it is. There, see now we can actually actuate the solvent, the Bendix. Isn't that beautiful? I think it's lovely, lovely. Let's get this power lead back on there. And we'll get our bolts back in. And are these 10s? Yeah, they is. Okay. These are 10s. We'll get these back in. Yeah, you gotta love when you look at the engineering on old things like this. It's just beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I mean, engineering now, you look at it, it's really impressive. Don't get me wrong, not that it's not impressive, but all this stuff these guys did just with slide rules and paper and pencil and thinking. Like the definition of computer used to be a person who does calculations, usually a woman. Okay, so we got our power here. Oh, my battery had run out there, but I don't think I lost much. Anyway, you saw how we got the Bendix on. We're putting the solenoid on. Snug this down. Oh, I was saying on 6 volt. It's really important. You know, people say, oh, 6 volt lights are dim and this load of shit. So that means that if that was the theory, that because your lights are 6 volts, they're dim, and 12 volt lights are bright. Do the math. So that means 120 volt lights would have to be, what, like a order of magnitude brighter than 12 volt lights? That's not how it works. It's wattage. The thing is, with a 6 volt system, if you have any resistance, your voltage drop, if you drop 1 volt between your power source, say your battery or your generator or whatever, and your light bulb, your headlight, if you drop 1 volt, you're down to 5. That's a big drop. If you're from 12, you drop 1 volt, you're down to 11. It's half the actual drop. So you have to be very careful with connections. Make sure they're clean, no corrosion on them, snug. I use conductive grease. This one right here, in case you guys want to know. Part number, or whatever is this called. No ox, 2 ounce tub. Yeah, well, whatever. That's what I use on all the electrical connections on my 6 volt systems. Anything critical, really. So here we're basically together. These are snug. Did I tighten? No, I haven't tightened this yet. So you got to put a nut back on here. I think that's V10, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it is. So you snug that right there. Okay, that's ready to rock and roll. This we tightened. Double check. Yep, that is tight. Now, last thing to do, if you'll notice here, these brushes, let me use this, I don't want to tear up my fancy little dental pick. These brushes, I just pulled these springs back. Oh, you can't see shit there, my bad. I got the springs tucked back to where they're holding the brushes against the side of the holder. They're not touching the commutator. All you gotta do is drop them back into place. That brush is in place. Same thing here, you see? It's just cocked. Pull it back. There, now that brush is in. Same thing here. Pull it back. There you go, dumbass. No more room on that side, right? Okay. And 4th brush. There are 4 brushes on these motors. There. See, now we've got... Yeah, I really could use a sheet of cleaner paper. Yeah. There we go. This was on the fire, I got soaked. I didn't throw the roll out because it's still a perfectly good roll. And you can see in there, I guess you can see, hopefully you can see. See that commutator turning in there? That is just beautiful, exactly as it should be. And I can pretty much guarantee you this is going to work wonderfully, wonderfully. I can't wait to put it back in the car. Let's get this end cap back on, which we'll put over here. It's got a little rubber seal around here, which keeps water out. Very well thought out, very well built. I love my Volkswagen. I love all my Volkswagens. Actually, I kind of love everything. I was kind of for a while dreaming of getting like an old GMC truck from like the 40s or 30s, using that as a work truck. That'd probably be a load of fun too. Okay, here we go. Survey says. And yeah, if you're doing like a show car restoration, you don't want to spray paint all your screws and all your stuff. You're gonna have to get new screws or get your screws replated. Make sure you have the right kind of cheese head screws and everything. But this is not, I'm not showing this, even though I keep it like bone stock and do my best to keep all the original stuff. But yeah, when you have plenty of money, plenty of time, and not a lot of sense, those three things seem to be, you know, pick any two. So you have plenty of money and no time. Plenty of money, good sense, and no time. Or good sense, plenty of time, but no money. Or you have plenty of money and plenty of time, but you're pretty likely don't have any good sense. There we go. Lovely. This is the one that goes to your key. It starts it. And we are done, guys. Appreciate you watching. Hit like and subscribe or comment or do any of that kind of stuff. I'm just starting out. Suggestions are always welcome. Love y'all. Have a good one. Thanks.